Hey. Camera. We ain't scoring no more. YouTube. We ain't scoring no more.
Go ahead. I'm letting them go. I'm letting y'all go.
Yes, indeed, Big Brother Bear here to give you all that you want and what you need. Today, I have a treat for you. Now, if you don't know about this channel, I put out information every week helping student athletes be the very best they can be. I tell them my own story as far as how I failed the 6th grade and 8th grade special education classes. Wouldn't have graduated high school without playing a game of basketball, but I eventually got on to college, started at junior college, and then got to a Division II school in Arkansas. Tell them my entire story because I want to give you the game. I want to help you as much as I can for your process being a student athlete, no matter what sport. But I can't do that just by telling my own story. I have to bring some other people on from different sports, from other levels, whether that be Division I, Division II, Division III, NAIA, junior college, whatever, to help you on your journey. Today I have a treat for you because I have Friga coming out of the University of Mount Union out of Ohio. The way he caught my attention is he plays a lot of one-on-one against Division I players, Division II players, Division III players, and really holds his own. So that really debunks everyone's mindset that Division III is not worth your time, that Division III is for suckers or Division III is for scrubs. Because when you see some of his clips and when he plays, you'll realize really quickly that that's just not the case. In this interview, make sure you stay tuned because in this interview, I'm going to divide it up in like 2 or 3 different segments, but he talks about getting recruited, if Division III competition is worth your time, what he learned throughout his process, and just give some jewels along the way that's going to be able to help you on your student-athlete journey. So to go ahead and get this interview started, Devontae, talk to us a little bit about how you got started as far as high school basketball.
Freshman year of high school, I was not the best. I probably averaged about 6 points and 7 turnovers a game as a point guard.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Wasn't looking too good. I wasn't a super confident basketball player at all. And then, I realized if I want to play up at the JV level next year or even the varsity level, I had to do something different. So I actually spent 3-4 hours a day in the gym my freshman year, summer going into sophomore year because I had so many not so many. I had probably 4 or 5 friends that always wanted to be in the gym with me. And then we went to the rec center all the time. So I was always either playing 5-on-5 and then working out at night because the gym was right next to my house. So I would walk there and get a workout in as well, but then play during the day. So I was playing basketball constantly and just getting better at my game. And I think the one thing I developed through freshman year to sophomore year was my confidence. And then I also grew about 6 or 7 inches.
Are you serious?
I have stretch marks on my back that go vertical and horizontal because I don't know. I grew so fast in a short period of time. I also did the inversion table, helped me grow a lot as well.
I'm not familiar with that. Inversion table?
Inversion table, basically you clip your ankles into the table and you lean back and it hangs you upside down and stretches your spinal cord out.
Oh, wow.
Say that it's supposed to help you grow, and I did it before I hit my growth spurt, so maybe it doubled. I don't know. And like I said, my confidence went up, so then I just started to play a lot better. I was very underdeveloped as a high school basketball player. A lot of things I needed to develop to play at the next level, and that's why I think I played Division III basketball. I don't think I could have played at another level, just because most schools classify D3 as the development college.
So I guess my question would be, was it a letdown that you weren't going Division I in high school, or were you excited because you had the opportunity to play Division III?
It was a letdown for sure because in high school you're it's D1 or die.
Oh,
you know, in this sense it's I need a scholarship or I don't want to play. It was a letdown for sure throughout the year because I played at a summer league game up at Mount Union Division III school that I went to, and then they took me on a tour because I had a really good day at their summer league, whatever, played really well, and I wasn't even excited about them taking me on the tour, to be honest with you. At the beginning of my senior year, I was whatever, Division III school, I'll just do it and it'll be cool, whatever. I wasn't like ecstatic about it. I was like, okay, I got my whole senior year. I'm about to get a Division I, Division II scholarship. About to, go to school and play ball on scholarship. And then it didn't happen. Like nobody really reached out to me at all. I reached out to a lot of people, and it didn't nothing came up.
You reached out to a lot of people in high school, like to coaches?
Yeah, a lot of schools, yeah. And by the end of the year, I had maybe like 4 Division III, 5 Division III schools that had given me a tour of campus and shown interest. Nothing was really a heavy interest. Maybe there was maybe like 1 or 2 of them. But yeah, I don't know. It was just it was a letdown for sure up until I realized that was what I was gonna do, and then I began to become more grateful for it. And then,
yeah. I got a question as far you talk about tournaments, but were you a part of the AAU circuit and all that? Did you invest in that, or was it just high school ball to get your name out there, and plus the emails that you sent out to college coaches?
Yeah, I played AAU in Cleveland for a team called the Cleveland 216ers, and we traveled around Ohio a little bit. We went. The furthest place we went was like maybe West Virginia, or no, actually we went. I don't know. We didn't travel far though, so there wasn't an insane amount of exposure there either. But I did play AAU. I played really well, actually. I think that's where I kind of got my confidence from, my spark a little bit before college. But that AAU season actually helped me a lot because I was able to use the film from that to send out to some more schools, and a couple people were a little bit more interested because I had a great season. But
do you think it would have been a different outcome if you were to travel outside the state as far as AAU, or do you feel like you just weren't there maturity-wise as far as basketball to be able to garner the attention of other coaches?
Truthfully, I have no idea. Like I said, I think I was just underdeveloped, and I gained my confidence before during AAU. But I don't know if there would have been a different outcome because I don't think I was a Division I player in high school, or even a Division II player for that, because I didn't even really get a lot of time at the D3 level to my freshman year. I was on JV at the Division III level my freshman year until the last 7 games. 2 guys on varsity got hurt. I had a double-double, or I was averaging like a triple-double on JV because I was pissed off. So I was playing really mad, I guess, and just being super physical, going through people, scoring, rebounding, everything. And then those 2 guys got hurt on varsity, and they asked if I wanted to play up one game. Played up. I dressed every game. And then, the last 7 games, I started out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And then I played really well, had a double-double. My first game had 15 and 10 or something in maybe 20 minutes. Because, like I said, I just played mad. And then they let me play the rest. And I get, like I said, this is a confidence thing, really. And then I played all the rest of the years, sophomore, junior, senior.
That's pretty impressive, given the fact that you scored 1,000 points at the Division III level too, right?
Yes.
So you were operating at a deficit.
Yeah, I had just about 200 points going into junior year, I think.
Oh wow.
It was 254 or something like that.
So you went off your senior year?
Yeah, my senior year I had about 16 and a half a game. In my junior year, I probably had about 13, 14 a game. But we were good both years, so we didn't just play we played postseason as well too,
Your skill set where you're at right now, that's not what you were bringing in from high school, right? You had to develop that even after your senior year to where you're at right now. Is that
Yeah.
actually okay? Gotcha. So because a lot of people look at you right now and say, well, this player was like this now. Why did he go Division I or why did he go Division II? My question to you is, throughout that process, was there ever a time when you're at Division III level that you said, you know what, I want to maybe transfer to a Division II or Division I school, or were you happy about where you were at and just really enjoying your time at the Division III school?
Honestly, this is one of the questions I get asked the most. Did I ever think about transferring? Because as you start to progress as a Division III player, like I mentioned, it's all development. In my eyes, as a Division III athlete in general, you were underdeveloped in high school, and you learn to develop your skill set throughout college. But I never thought about transferring D1 or D2 because I was happy where I was at. After you get to Division III level and you're a college athlete, you realize that D3 is it's not a joke. you know, throughout high school, it is a joke, you know, because like media really just people talking down on Division III athletes, and then you start to play with Division III athletes, and you're like, man, I mean,
Absolutely.
especially developed ones. You know, if you take a junior or a senior in high school that doesn't, or that I guess that don't think Division III, we'll go with basketball here. That don't think Division III basketball players can play, and you match them up with seniors at the Division III level that, you know, are confident in their game, they're gonna get messed up every time, no matter what. Like, okay, yeah, you have people like Zion when they were in high school that would have just like pounced on some Division III athletes, but there's also some really skilled D3 athletes that could match up with people like Mikey Williams right now. And I know he's still a really young basketball player, but yeah, I guess to answer your question, I never thought about going D1 or D2 because I liked where I was at, and I knew that I was still developing my game, and I was getting time that I wanted. And then once you realize that you're still playing college basketball, that it's really all that matters. You know?
It's funny you say that because that was a jarring move for me when I came out of high school to realize that I wasn't going to be playing this major Division I basketball that I saw on TV. That shook me. That shook me. But I will say, I will say that I enjoyed my time. I ended up going to a junior college out of Utah. Then I went to a Division II school in Arkansas. But I realized really quickly when we played some of these exhibition games against Division I schools that the separation between skill level between even Division II and Division I, unless you're talking about the cream of the crop, like you said, the Zion Williamsons, like the very top echelon players, I can show you a lot of mid-major or low-major Division I players that if they weren't at that school, they would play at a Division II school or Division III school and blend right in. I think a lot of times they have to deal with systems and the right opportunity.
100%. I mean, we have summer league games, or we had summer league games when I was still in school, and it was D3 teams, high school teams, and D2 teams. And the division, like we beat some of the D2 teams multiple times throughout the summer, you know. It just depends on what kind of game you guys are having that day, you know. Like I said, it's a confidence thing, really. Like one team can get hot and they can light you up. We could beat a Division II team by 35. Our team this year, Mount Union, we could have matched up with some I guess like bad D1 teams, you know. I think we probably could have beat some as well. They might be bigger than us or whatever. For the most part, it's a size thing as well. But there's a lot of D2 teams that we could have beat this year, and there's probably a couple D1 teams that we could have beat this year. But we were rolling with confidence too.
Yeah, that's wild. I dropped out of college for 2 years, and I was on the circuit of trying to find a college. And I'll never forget, there's a school out of Memphis called Crichton. It's spelled Crichton, but it's called Crichton. It's an NAIA school. When I say those kids ran me out of the gym, they were so good. It woke me up because again, we had this hierarchy of basketball. It's Division I, Division II, Division III, it's junior college, and then below that it's like NAIA school. And I couldn't tell when I walked in that gym because all those guys were so good. But